StarCraft fans! This is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another weekly edition of MidRank Madness. This is a bonus MidRank Madness game between FalconPaladin and Skipper here on New Gettysburg, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is FalconPaladin. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Skipper. So this was played at the Platinum level of StarCraft 2. If you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, you might have had a bit of a spoiler as to the result of this particular game, but I figured I would cast it. I got some requests to do so. So here you go. For those of you wanting to see more FalconPaladin play in the 1v1 world, here it is. It is not pretty, but it is mine. So I actually did a better job remembering build orders compared to the last time that I cast one of my own games. So what we got here is going out for the hatch first on 17 supply. Again, very safe to do so since the beginning of StarCraft 2. Since I learned my very first build orders, the numbers up here are a little bit different. But I barely get this thing down before that SCV blocks it. Skipper feels pretty bad about himself there. Should have gotten that, but didn't. And then 17 supply for the extractor, and then saving up the minerals at about 16, 17 supply for the spawning pool. Moving my overlords out. So overlords are scouting overlords. Going to try to see what is up with them. And my drone trying to harass here as well. Had a hard time targeting down the SCV who was building that because it was on the other side of the building. Anyway, decided to head on back home. Not really worth it, but did pull another SCV off of the mineral line, which I was pretty proud of there. So spawning pool up here, because I know drops back here can really wreck your day if your spawning pool is behind the mineral line. So I put it up top, figuring that was as safe a place as any. Overlord, this one heading up to scout this third base to make sure there are no quick third command centers. And it is going to be a marine opening here out of Skipper. So I don't have to worry about Reapers, but I couldn't quite tell that when I scouted. So I'm definitely planning on getting a couple lings out, 4 lings and a queen, 2 queens, and then dealing with what may come. 1 refinery here for Skipper. Did he just get 26 gas and then stop getting gas, or did he just get enough to build a factory? Interesting strategy here from Skipper. Did not realize this when I played against him. Speed on the way for FalconPaladin and getting a couple queens and a set of 2 lings. And then another set of 2 lings for a total of 4. Again, worried about some Reaper harass here, but needn't have worried. It's just going to be Marines. There is a reactor coming out. The factory, I don't know what this factory is doing. Factory, what are you doing, man? You're going to drop here on the reactor? You're going to drop on the reactor. Okay, so it doesn't actually have to move out of the way. Buildings can occupy the same space in the air. You can just bring the factory right over to the barracks and then drop it as soon as the barracks lifts. But that's okay. So making a bunch of Hellions here is our Terran player, getting another command center as well. But the problem for him is he's kind of leaving the Zerg player alone for a while here. So evolution chamber on the way. I figure I'm going to get some upgrades for my lings, trying to get my injects on target to this point, starting to saturate up my other drone line, doing a bit of a Maynard transfer there to my natural base. Evolution chamber complete. And I'm trying to spend my money as I get it here. So I am going for +1 attack for the lings, making them that much more effective. Overlord here, thinking about scouting, but that patrolling marine makes it very, very difficult to do indeed. So Hellions are here. They're waiting for aggression from the Zerg, I suppose, but I'm not in any position to be aggressive. I've got 4 lings and 2 queens, and they don't even have speed yet. So good inject timing there by me. That was pretty darn fantastic. Getting another extractor here at 3 minutes. That speed just about to complete. Again, floating a lot of minerals. Just not quite sure what to do with myself right now. I'm making more and more drones. There we go. 8 drones at a time. Going to take a big leap here compared to my Terran opponent's command center. Heading on over now, a little bit late, I feel like, for Skipper to land here at his natural base location. And here come 3 Hellions at about the 4-minute mark. Now, generally, Zerg players should not worry about this. But again, I have exactly 3 lings and 2 queens. And I'm making more. I am making more lings right now. I'm making a spine crawler as well. I am worried about these Hellions. I saw them coming, I believe, with one of my lings that came up here and died. But great supply depot wall here at the natural base attempted here. Hellions checking out that third. I'm a little bit panicked at this point. There are a bunch of Hellions coming on in. The lings need to stop those Hellions from getting inside the main base. So I do manage to chase them away, killing one of the Hellions and then backing on out, recognizing that lings do have a bit of a shelf life there. They can't attack Hellions indefinitely, but if they can pick one off and retreat, they'll be in a good place. Cyclone on the way for Skipper and getting mag field accelerator. So this is a very non-standard opening for our Terran friend. I'm trying to spread the creep. I did lose a creep tumor right there. Spine crawler comes up in that mineral line. I'm feeling pretty happy about that one. I feel like I need to take a third, but this map control with the Hellions is too good. So I decided I can't just sit back and defend. I'm going to head up on a route that I don't think the Hellions are going to go ahead and follow me. So I take a route up to this north, Zelniga Watchtower, And then I decided to head on down, hoping that this front door is wide open because I haven't quite scouted it for a while. Let's see. I haven't scouted it at all. So Hellions are very happy with the map control that they have. They think they've got me stuck. Another creep tumor dies at the front. I'm very upset about that one there. It's 29 to 32 harvesters. I do have a lead, but it's not a massive one. I'm making 9 more drones, though, and here come the speedlings with their +1 attack, coming right on into this completely undefended natural base. Oh, Skipper. Oh, Skipper. All these SCVs and these mules are going to die. More SCVs retreating for their lives. I'm thinking about getting inside, but no, lifting the supply depot in time is Skipper. I do send some lings after these SCVs. I leave the remainder of them to kill supply depots. I'm hoping to supply block the Terran player. I don't realize that he's 47 out of 86 total supply, so that is definitely not going to happen here. Cyclone killing my Overlord that was scouting, and the lings decide to retreat. Actually, good angle from Skipper, roasting up a few more lings than he should have been able to. I'm like, are lings not faster than Hellions? What happened there? But it was just good angling out of Skipper. I should have really expanded behind this. I did not do so. I'm going for a Baneling Nest, floating a bunch of money, but guess what? So is he. It's 40 to 24 harvesters. I've got a lair coming in. Like I said, that Baneling Nest, my ling count is pretty high, 37, but it's 40 to 24 harvesters. Our Terran player has lost 7 SCVs at this point, which at this point in the stage in the game is a pretty significant loss. Great wall of supply depots almost done here by Skipper. Almost. There we go. 2 more to finish off that wall. A tank was produced by Skipper, a Cyclone, and a bunch of Hellions as well here. And a Thor coming in from Skipper. So again, super unorthodox play out of our Terran friend. Thor coming in, double refinery. He really needs that gas for his moderately mech-heavy style. I guess Cyclones and tanks and Thors are not super cheap. Taking my 3rd base finally here at the 6-minute mark. Queens, I am afraid. And again, setting my lings up to the north sound like a watchtower. I don't want to go down this little narrow ramp, this little narrow path, because I know he's got some Hellions down there, and it's hard for me to get a surround in this location. So here comes the attack by the Terran player. My lings decide to head on down at about the same time. And they say never base race a Terran, so we're just going to see how this is going to work out for me. Here come the Hellions killing more creep tumors. Tank sets up on the low ground, gets into siege mode. Lings right here at the front door of Skipper. So many lings with +1 attack, doing that 6 damage. Trying to take out these supply depots and getting on inside. Meanwhile, Terran player stuck at my front door, paralyzed by what's happening back at his natural base. Again, lings have flooded into his natural, forcing a liftoff of that orbital command, killing more SCVs. 12 SCVs have been killed. All of the supply depots are going to fall. Is this enough to supply block? I don't know. Moving in with the Hellions and the Cyclones, using that lock-on ability to kill what they can. I have lings streaming out. I have queens defending as well here. Do I have transfuses available? Yes, I'm transfusing my queens as well, trying to do what I can to clean them out, focusing down one of the Cyclones. One of them dies, but my queen count getting desperately low. The lings come from the back, though, all the way back home, killing that tank. Spine crawler in the mineral line finally pays off about 5 minutes later, and my lings get a surround on those Hellions and clean them out. So 3 drones have been killed, but that's not too bad. I still have lings here at the main base of Skipper, but Hellions clearing them out very easily. Bad positioning by my lings, but my guys come back on out. I've got speed for my banelings on the way. No banelings yet, but 18 more lings in production. I have so much money. I am floating so much money, you guys. Lings on top of these Hellions, getting a surround on top of the Hellions and that Thor as well. Is there enough DPS to clear out my +1/+1 lings? It is not enough. The Thor explodes, forcing a liftoff on that command center again. Orbital command is gone. The wall of supply depots is here. Can I break these things down before reinforcements show up? And the answer is probably not. There's repair available. I don't have a lot of lings here. And there is a Hellbat and a Hellion coming out of that factory anytime. Can he save that supply depot? Just barely saves the supply depot. Hellions and Hellbats are here, forcing my lings away, but landing the orbital command. And at this point, I feel like I'm in control. It's 31 to 42 harvesters, 77 to 41 total supply. Lings picking off a couple more SCVs before they get taken out by these Hellbats. But guess what's coming? Another huge, huge swell of lings. That 3rd base is up and running. I have a queen there as well. Probably should have moved one of my queens over. Do I only have one queen? Only one queen at the natural base, so never mind. Injects, again, a little bit off as well here. So banelings morphing in at the front door, continuing this pressure on the Terran player. I am inspired by life at this point. The 3 base, baneling ling bust. 45 to 31 total harvesters, 3 base to effectively 1 here. Banelings rolling on in. Running for his life is Skipper, because here they come. Lings at the front, kind of blocking the banelings. There's the bust. Lings are inside. Lings are flooding this natural base once again, coming right on in, and Skipper does not want to leave this game. Lings are everywhere. Banelings trying to crash in to what they can, getting some massive hits off on everything that is left. The Lings, are there enough Lings? SCVs fighting for their lives. The Hellions positioned behind them. Pretty good micro here from Skipper, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. The upgrades again, amazing. Another big Baneling hit. All the SCVs are falling. Skipper is down to 3 total, making that 2. The final Hellion at defense is gone, and that is it. Skipper leaves the game. Falcon Paladin is victorious. And that is it for this one. So, woo, Zerg getting the win. Again, if you haven't seen this, I'm just going to let you know I was promoted to Diamond after this game. So I'm pretty sure they don't measure based entirely on ability to spend resources, because I had a big old bank floating here for the last 3 or 4 minutes. But I did out-macro my opponent. I think I did a better job getting more workers. I out-expanded him. I kept the pressure up. I defended pretty well. Defended pretty well indeed. I lost 2 queens, 6 creep tumors, and 79 lings, and only 3 drones, which I'm okay with. Again, Skipper did some really unorthodox stuff. Maybe he was trying a new build out. Maybe he was experimenting. But in the end, I got the victory. So that's going to be it. Whew. All right. So that's it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another weekly edition of Mid-Rank Madness. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Jeff Duvall, KN, Matt Meermans, Hagon Marcus, Backberty, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Keith Garlow, Alexandros Canaris, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estegoy, Bober Set, Kale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Menhadin, GMP, Sip Kopada, Konma, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Shing, Rajiv Bhatt, The Cosmic Phoenix, Peter Haas, Andre Breet, Mither. Thank you, Leak at the top right. Bye.